Hello, everyone. It's almost time to get back in the water. I know many of you have been waiting for this for a long, long time. But before we start swimming again, we have to make sure that we're being safe. So today I'm going to be talking about safety and what you can expect when you finally get back up to the pool. Safety is very important. We all need to make sure that we're helping to take care of each other. And that starts by making sure that you're taking care of yourself. The first thing you need to do every day before you even start to get ready to go to the pool is a quick health check. Just take a moment and think about how you're feeling. If you think you have a fever, or think you're feeling a little too warm, or maybe you've had the chills, ask a parent to take your temperature. If your temp is over 100 degrees, do not go to practice. Also, think about if you've been experiencing any of the following things during the last 24 hours. Have you been throwing up? Have you had diarrhea? Have you been feeling nauseous, dizzy, or lightheaded? Do you have a cough, sore throat, or are you having trouble breathing? Have you been having any unusual muscle aches or pains? If you've been dealing with any of these things, tell a parent. And don't wait until you're loading up the car to go to the pool to finally speak up and say something. The earlier you can tell somebody about this, the better. If you've been feeling sick, stay home. I know a lot of our older swimmers have been taught to push through or to show up and try even if they're not feeling well. But the world's changed. You can't just ignore it and tough it out anymore because that's putting other people at risk. If somebody that you live with or somebody that you've been hanging out with recently is feeling sick, stay home. It might seem unfair to have to miss practice if you aren't feeling sick at all, but this is about protecting other people. If you've been in contact with somebody that is sick, you can still pass on the virus to others even if you aren't showing any symptoms. Okay, so if you're feeling good enough to go to the pool and everyone you hang out with has been healthy, you can probably get ready for practice. But there are going to be a couple of things that have changed. Gray, why don't you tell us some things that are going to be different?
When coming to the pool, make sure to remember you're wearing your suit, bring a water bottle, don't bring your gear bags, but make sure you have a spare cap and goggle, and go to the bathroom before you go.
Gray is correct. The water fountains at the pool will probably be turned off. The showers and changing areas have been barricaded off. You'll still be able to use the toilets or sinks, but only 2 people will be allowed in a bathroom at once. The family bathroom is reserved for staff and is off limits to swimmers. When you get to the pool, you're going to need to find the right place to be. If you are an Emerald or Ruby group, there will be a coach or shadow holding a sign. If you aren't sure if it's the right group, just ask. If you're in Sapphire, Turquoise, or higher, you're going to wait outside until a coach tells you it's time to come in. Everyone that's waiting outside needs to maintain proper spacing and must stay at least 6 feet away from everybody else. The pool is encouraging all swimmers to wear a mask while entering the facility. Also, follow the arrows to stay on the correct side of the stairs when entering or exiting the facility. When it's time to go in, Emerald and Ruby groups will be escorted by a coach or shadow. Swimmers in Sapphire, Turquoise, or higher need to wait for a coach to tell them to go in. All swimmers need to remember to still stay at least 6 feet apart. Emerald and Ruby group swimmers are going to be escorted towards the fences on the northeast side of the facility. Once there, the coaches will help them find a spot to put their towels or bags. The fence is marked with either purple or green ribbon that is spaced at least 6 feet apart. This will give swimmers an easy way to find a safe place to leave their towels, bags, clothes, and masks. After that, the coaches will make sure that Emerald and Ruby group swimmers get exactly where they need to be to start practice. Emerald group swimmers will usually have 2 swimmers per lane and will start from opposite sides of the pool. Swimmers need to remember to stay on the right side of their lane at all times, just like how cars drive on the road. Ruby group swimmers will have 1 person starting from each wall and 1 person treading in the middle of the pool. The coaches will make sure you know where to go and which direction to swim. After practice, the coaches will make sure that all of the Emerald and Ruby Group swimmers have all of their things, and the swimmers will be escorted back out front. After being told to enter the facility by a coach, swimmers from Sapphire, Turquoise, Senior, Topaz, and Red groups will maintain their spacing as they head towards the bleachers. The bleachers have been marked with red tape that is spaced at least 6 feet apart. It should be easy for swimmers to find an open piece of tape to put their things. Swimmers in all groups should try to keep their belongings together. If you have a backpack or bag, put your clothes back in. The goal is to not take up a lot of space. You should not be sitting down in the bleachers. As soon as you set your stuff down, you should be getting ready to get in and head down towards the deck. When you head towards the pool, keep your spacing. Make sure you don't touch or step over anyone else's things. It's a good idea to keep your shoes on because the deck is probably going to be hot. We had quite a few swimmers that were worried about what will happen if they get caught by somebody trying to swim behind them. This isn't going to happen. Just to make sure, we had Coach Mackenzie try to chase down one of our 10-year-olds. Mackenzie was not able to catch her during a 50. When practice is over, make sure you grab anything you may have had on deck and head to the bleachers to get the rest of your things. You still need to maintain spacing, so you might need to stagger when you're getting out of the pool. Double check that you have everything and then head out front to be picked up. As always, remember to stay spaced.